Good afternoon, Michael Malice here. Let that be your welcome for the next hour. We have with us a very special guest. I am super excited. Comedian David Lucas. His website is davidlucasfunny.com. His new special, Uncancelable, is dropping today. Before we get started, David, I have a new form of trolling, which I'm going to use on you, which I told Brett Weinstein about when he was on the show several weeks ago. And by the way, we're recording live here at Creek in the Cave, which is a superb comedy club, which made the trip, as did I, as did David. If you're from LA, I'm from New York to Austin. So come check it out. I've been here a lot. This is my new form of trolling.
Okay.
It is telling people that I like and admire sincere compliments about them because they don't know how to react and it makes them uncomfortable, which is entertaining for me. So here it goes.
That only works if they know you.
Well, you know me, so it's going to work. I think you are one of the funniest comedians out there today. I am very glad and honored that we are friends.
Yeah.
Because here's why I love your act. First of all, I love the content because it's funny, but also I love your delivery because when you're on stage, your delivery, you're more laid back in person than you are on stage during in person. So it's almost like you're sitting there calm, like thinking out loud. So you don't telegraph your jokes. So sometimes it takes a second and then it's like, oh crap, this guy's really, really funny. And when someone is a good comedian as you are, Ty Rivera, there's a bunch of people here who I've become friends with, which is just part of what makes Austin great, which I talk about all the time.
Right.
You make that whole person's night. If you leave a comedy club and you hear just one good set, your night is prepped. You had a good time. That's a gift.
Yeah.
And the other thing I like about you is I've become a fan of yours, not at the ground floor, but early on in your career, because you're at a point where you don't realize yet between things you say that are funny, where anyone could say it, and this is a joke that only David Lucas can make.
Yeah.
So it's fun hearing you sort those out and figure out which is your voice. So thank you so much for being part of the Austin comedy scene.
Yes,
and
sir.
thank you so much for bringing so much joy to my life and to so many other people. And I meant every word.
Except for when I took you fishing.
Well, that wasn't part of the show. Yeah, that was fun though.
Me and Michael dope from the first time we met at
Vulcan.
when we were doing the Rogan. Was it Kill Tony or Rogan shows?
It was killed.
It might have been the Rogan shows.
Yeah, yeah.
So we did a series of shows. It was me, Rogan, Tony, Brian Simpson for about a year and a half until the club opened, and me and Michael Malice met, and we instantly clicked.
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, man, you remind me of Forrest Gump. And I was the haircut, and he was like, "You son of a bitch!" And I was
that's
like,
not what happened.
Nah, I just went, "What happened?" Bro?
You said I look like Repo Man, no Demolition Man, and I said you look like a building. So let's not. And then you stopped talking, and I said I got a black man to shut up. That is real power.
Yeah,
and everybody laughed. That really did happen backstage.
That's my love language. If I can roast you, that means I like you.
You know what's funny to me sometimes? Do you get this too? When I'm going at it with one of my friends on Twitter and and people who know us both, when their fans jump in and start trying to defend them, it's like, we're having fun. Get off the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even know anything about this.
Yes. This is not your forte.
Yeah.
So right now you're going through some drama because you recently got canceled or trying to get canceled over a joke. Yeah. Can you walk people through that process?
Yeah, I was at the Kansas City Funny Bone. I had a heckler. And see, that's the thing when they chop stuff up and put on the internet.
Yeah.
Everything that I said took about 20 minutes to get to each one. Well, it was a 20-minute span of when I was being a troll. And I'm the type of person, like, if I got a heckler and they don't shut up and the club's not removing them, okay, well, if the boat's sinking, I'm going with it.
Wait, let me interrupt because what are you supposed to, that's so unfair, right? You're there to perform. You and all comedians spend a lot of time working out your set in a certain order. It's a professionalism to it to make it sound like you just thought of it off the top of your head. It takes a lot of work to craft that. If someone's there and they just keep like honking their horn basically, and it's never funny, what are you supposed to do as a comedian?
I mean, that's why I went to the extreme and I said what I said when I said, you're showing these white people why George Floyd got his neck kneeled on.
Yeah.
And then they groaned a little bit. And I was like, I'm just joking. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot him.
Yeah. But that's clearly, yes, and building on a joke.
Right. And then later on in the set, I said, I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. And then later on in the set, I said, I'm doing a show for the Klan next week for $30,000. And it's like, if people don't see that that's jokes, like You think the Klan book? I wish the Klan would book me for 30,000.
That's not nothing.
Right. I'd be out there roasting the shit out of them. But they're like, oh, they call me a white supremacist.
Wait, hold on. But here's the thing, though. On the one hand, you have to see, okay, this is clearly not ridiculous to the point of insanity. But on the other hand, you have to be like, some of these people are serious. Yeah,
a lot of people are serious. I got a lot of threats. A lot of people told me not to come to certain cities. I'm like, okay.
But I mean, there's what can you say to someone who looks at you and knows, or just on sight and goes, this guy's a white supremacist? They're clearly removed from reality.
I think there's a lot of bigoted people and there's a lot of prejudiced people in America, but I don't think anybody's racist anymore. Because if people really knew the basis of racism, it's a fight for resources. So when's the last time a person that was white took something away from a person of color? If you look at most black people, when things happen to them, it's because of their own actions. If you look at Henry Ruggs, the wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, he was drunk driving and killed a girl. And now he's out of the NFL. He was going to make millions of dollars. Can you blame the white man on that?
Right, of course.
Well, if the white man wouldn't have made alcohol, he wouldn't. All right. Like, okay, we can play semantics, but when's the last time a black person has really been held back by a white person? And later on in that set, they didn't include that in the fucking clip. I told the guy, because the first person who left was probably like 70. And see, that's a problem when you come to shows. So he came with his grandsons and nephews. They wanted to see me, and I guess they bought the whole table and they brought. And see, that's the problem. You should always research the comedian. I'm not going to shit without researching.
Of course.
So it's like, do you know who you're coming to see? Right. Do you know my subject matter?
And wait, hold on. Even if they don't, it's your house. You're the one on stage. I'm not going to go to if I go to your house for dinner and I don't like any of the food, that's my problem.
It's too bad.
It's too bad.
Too bad. This is what I cook.
Yes, right. Eat it or not. That's fine.
This is what I cook.
Everyone else is enjoying the food. Maybe I'm the problem.
Right. Yeah. But me and the rest of, there's a lot of black people out here, man. My ethnic group, even though my daddy's Hispanic. Oh yeah, they said I'm not black because my daddy's Hispanic.
That's one of the other things I'm glad I'm friends with you about. So now when I say I have a black friend, it's gone from a lie to a half truth.
Literally a half truth. So it's real weird because they call me all these names that then they wished bad luck on me. They said, oh, when the white audience is done with you, don't try to come back to us. And I'm like, yo, I didn't pick my fucking audience.
What does that mean, done with you? Like,
I guess one day you guys will throw me to the wolves because I don't really know.
Look, when you make people laugh, you're not a diversity hire, right? You're not Clarence Thomas. When you're on stage and you're funny, which happens every time you're on stage, I've seen your set several times. And the thing else I like about your set with other good comedians, it's like of a band. You know the song and you know all the lyrics. It's still fun watching them perform it, right? They're bringing something to that material. So how is it that the so-called white audience, and your audience is diverse, I see it here in Austin, it's not just all white.
Right.
How are they going to get sick of you?
That audience was diverse too.
Of course.
That was the craziest thing. I don't know, but they said when black people get hurt and emotional, they wish the worst on you.
But you've seen lots of people get canceled from afar. How does it in that moment?
I've seen attempted cancellations up close.
Yeah, but now not as close as happened to you. How was that emotionally? Did it get to you?
A little bit. It more so got to me because they were harassing my mom.
They got to your mom?
Mm-hmm. A lot of BLM people, some type of way, found her address and her phone number. They were harassing her. And I'm like, yo, like, y'all will die.
But it's also, maybe you lost the script if you're calling, some black lady and are giving her shit about what her son said.
And then they recorded her.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. They recorded her. And I'm like, and I found out, I got my lawyer found out who it was. I know who it is. And they have a court date coming up in April in Atlanta, and I'll be there.
That's awful.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. The shit that I heard.
Wait, hold on. But here's something else, right? Like, black culture and Russian culture have a lot of things in common because when you don't have much, you have certain rules that like you have to fight for really hard.
I mean, poor is poor.
Right.
I don't think poor discriminates.
Sure. But the point being, when you going after mom, when you're crossing that line, that is such a line in Black culture and in Russian culture. It's like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right.
We have you could say what you want. You could wish death on me. You could threaten me, blah, blah, blah. You're bringing my mom into this?
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's still a couple of people that I want to get seen about, but it's not smart for me to do that.
Sure. But I mean, did you're kind of even keel guy. Did that make you like lose your temper?
Yeah, I called a guy back and I told him if he came, I said, if you call my mom again, because by that time I had found out where he lived, which is Toledo, Ohio. And I called him back and I said, if you call my mom again or reach out to her any type of way, I'm going to personally come to Ohio and fuck you up myself.
Yes.
I said, you can record that. Put it everywhere.
And it's not like someone doing that doesn't understand they're crossing a line.
Right.
It's not like, oh, oops, I thought this was cool or funny.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like, I said, you can harass me all day, bro, but you crossed the line, my mom.
Was she upset?
I retired my mama like 3 years ago. She was like, what are we going to do? I'm like, yo, bitch, relax. We cool. I said, trying to cancel me, don't fuck with me anyway. Like, we're good, Mom. Trust me. We're good. She was like,
you lied on her. Huh? You weren't good. It got to her.
But I'm saying I think she was worried about like money because I take care of her.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And I'm like, shorty, we cool. I ain't been in this house that long. You just got me this house. How you gonna pay for it if they canceling you, baby?
That'd be pretty funny if you kicked like an older Black woman out of her house. Then you really made it, huh?
Fuck, I'm gonna have to get a shit.
But I mean, so she wasn't upset.
When I played the recording. Because I played it. Because like I said, I had people on it immediately. And once I played it, I think she kind of felt crazy. Okay. Because like my mom was old, bro. My mom was like 70. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she's a nice lady. And they call, and for some reason, they got my middle name, which is not published anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, no. My mom said my middle name. Nobody calls me David. My family calls me Emmanuel.
Okay.
Because my daddy was named David. So they ain't like him, so they call me Emmanuel. Okay. And they call her and they were like, yes, is this? I find a recording and she goes, oh, you talking about my son Emmanuel? And then they were like, David Emmanuel Lucas? And then she was like, yeah. And she talking to him. She's on the house phone at first. And then she goes, I can't hear you. Let me give you my cell number. So I don't know what the fuck she was thinking, but she gave the fool herself. And I'm like, Mom. Fuck, this is why I want to put you in an assisted living home.
Without a phone.
Right, because obviously your ass
cannot be trusted.
Somebody call, first of all, your son's an entertainer.
Hey, do you want my maiden name and his social security number?
Yeah, what's his date of birth, social? What street did he grow up on when he was 8? Damn, bitch. So it's like, fuck. I'm like, because I played the recording and I'm like, yo, I'm looking at her like, you gave your fucking phone number out?
Well, I couldn't hear him very well.
That's what she was like. I was like, yo, she just sat there and she looks, I've never seen my mom look dumbfounded. She was looking like, I'm like, and then I sent my little brother to the liquor store. I said, go get me some tequila, get my mom a bottle of wine. Cause we need it. And then I went and bought like probably like $7,000 worth of guns.
Okay.
Yeah. Show my brother how to shoot. Yeah. So.
I mean, I saw an article once by Tim Ferriss when he talks about the price of fame, and neither of us are as famous as him, but he goes, look, let's suppose your audience is like 2 million people, right? Which is not like the president, but it's a lot of people.
It's more than enough to make a great living.
Right. 1 out of 1 million people is crazy. Easily. That's understated.
I say 1 out of 50.
Right.
No.
But not crazy, like just like weird, like crazy point, like they think they've married you. He goes, so do the math. If you have 2 million, that's 2 people who think they have married you and are comfortable doing who knows what next.
I'm not even that famous. And girl, I've been headlining for 2 years now, and I've had girls tell me like they've had dreams about being pregnant by me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the bitch, you don't know me.
I think the term for that is nightmare.
Yeah. I'm like, bitch, I could beat women. You don't even know what type of guy I
Yeah.
could be an abusive.
Yeah.
Like, what's that word women like to use? I could be a
Sociopath?
No, I could be when you're nasty and dirty to women.
A slut maker?
No, women like misogynistic. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could be misogynistic, bitch. You don't even know.
Right.
You just
Bitch.
fell in love.
You just called your mom bitch, so maybe that's the first clue.
My mama know I like to use the word bitch, but I'll never call her bitch to her face. But I use the word bitch to refer.
Yes,
not
colloquially.
just to,
Yes, I understand.
Let me show you this. So when I bought one of my new guns, I tagged the guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't want.
Yep, I agree with you.
Any more
That's a
shit.
smart move.
I don't want any more shit with this motherfucker. All right, read that. Read that post with the new pistol.
The post
Don't
says,
say the name.
I won't say it. They didn't have any. This is Twitter?
Yeah.
They didn't have any all-white guns, so I had to settle for the BLM edition. Oh my God. It's a gun that doesn't know how to swim.
Nah. I guess the only reason I know how to swim is because my daddy's Cuban.
That's how I got here. So did it die down? Did it escalate? Walk me through the process. Were you scared for your career at all?
No.
But don't you think that shows that we're not where we were 4 years ago?
Yeah. What I was scared for like a weekend was all these conservative podcasts and news networks hitting me up. And I'm like, I don't want, like, I am a Republican, but I just want to be a comedian.
Yeah, you were making a point. You're making a joke.
Right. I don't want, I don't want to be a conservative comic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that is not your audience.
No. It could. I mean, I could. Like, and the thing that sucks is I got a lot of these fucking, and I mean, I love the far right. I like them because they got more common sense than the left, in my opinion. They don't think that men can get pregnant, which to me is kind of like, duh, but not anymore because, you know. And at a lot of my shows now, I'm getting people who are coming that just want to hear George Floyd jokes.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, I was in Tampa and this redneck goes, do that George Floyd shit. And I'm like, bro, like I have a whole repertoire of jokes.
Well, that could be your tagline. David Lucas, he'll make you laugh so hard you can't breathe.
Yeah, what you were saying? We were talking about the special release.
David Lucas, his humor
the special releases today.
David Lucas, his humor is counterfeit.
You like fake money?
Folks, I want to talk to you about Bone Charge. It's a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. It's founded on science and it's inspired by nature, and all Bone Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern day world. And one of their best products is their infrared sauna blanket. How it works, it raises your heart rate to that of physical exercise, so it burns calories while you relax. You can burn up to 600 calories in just one session. It helps to flush out heavy metals and other toxins by sweating, and infrared heat and elevates your heart rate while releasing endorphins, so it can leave you feeling euphoric after your session. It's easy to set up, takes less than a minute. You can enjoy a session for 30, 40 minutes, relaxing, reading, watching TV, meditating, whatever. You'll feel less stressed, and it's a great addition to your wellness routine. Bone Charge ships worldwide in rapid time. It's made from vegan leather, free shipping on every sauna blanket, and here's the thing, 30-day trial, easy returns and exchanges with a 12-month warranty. Here's all you got to do. Go to bonecharge.com/welcome. Use code WELCOME to save 50% off. That's BONCHARGE.com/welcome and use code WELCOME to save 15% off. Folks, when you dress good, you will look good, you will feel good, and I want to talk to you about Rhone, R-H-O-N-E. Men's closets were due for radical reinvention, and Rhone stepped up to the challenge. Their commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man, and here's why. Rhone helps you get ready for any occasion with their commuter collection. It's got the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. You don't have to worry about what to wear when you have the Rhone commuter collection, and their comfortable four-way stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility. You can be free to enjoy what life throws your way, from your commute to work to your 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle with Rhone's wrinkle release technology. Wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products. It's that easy. And hey, with their Gold Fusion anti-odor technology, you'll smell fresh and clean all day long. And on top of that, Rhone is 100% machine washable. Ditch the dry cleaner altogether. It looks good, it feels good, and it makes you look like you're stylish. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to roan.com/malice. Use promo code malice, 20% off. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to rhone.com/malice and use code malice. It's time to find your corner office comfort with Roan. Let's get back to the show.
Can I start selling fake 20s at my show?
Oh, that's a crime.
Really?
Yes. Are you kidding? Counterfeiting.
But you can buy fake money on Amazon.
But it's got to be very clearly. So here's the trick.
I put George Floyd face on it.
Here's a little secret. When you're on Cash Cab, as I was, and at the end they give you the cash if you win, as I did, they give you fake cash. And it says President Beaumont. It's hanging in my house, framed.
Uh-huh.
And then later they send you a check. So Cash Cab is fake money. It's not cash. So that's just an FYI for people out there. So, I'm glad that you didn't have that panic, because when
there was some panic.
There was? Okay.
But it was more so, my panic came from people harassing my family.
Yeah.
It wasn't really career. Like I knew I was going to be fine because even though we both like D.L. Hughley, he's one of the people who were after me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, well, if
after you have, so I did 2 books with DL. I have a very high opinion of him as a person. I learned a lot from him. So how did he go after you?
He's the one who started all this. He put the video out. That's what blew it up.
But what did he say?
He acted like he didn't know me when he knows me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like that.
Okay.
He talked about me on his radio show like he didn't know me, and I'm like,
but what did he say though?
Well, when he posted it on Instagram, it was just like just me posting. It's like posting about a stranger.
Okay.
You know?
But was he being condemnatory?
I would have to go look again.
Okay.
Because I grew up and he was one of my favorite comics.
Because so here's the thing with DL. Well, so he defended the Rodney King verdict. He defended Don Imus. So even though he's
not like that anymore.
Hold on, let me just finish. So I was going to say, even though he's very left wing in many ways, he has taken positions that if you just thought he was just kind of leftist, is not the case. He's been defending comedy.
Yeah, but how long ago was Don Imus?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's not like that anymore.
Okay. I'm not saying he's right in this situation.
Right.
I'm just saying, giving some background and from when I worked with him.
A lot of comedians did take up for me.
Okay.
Godfrey, Gary Owens, and they're like, yo, and somebody called me. I can't remember who it was. And they were like, look, bro, as he's a vet, he's been doing like 30 years. He's like, we've all said bad jokes. The problem with your generation is everybody got cell phones now.
But no, I think the problem is that you're supposed to take, you're not in court.
Right.
You're not under oath
Mm-hmm.
saying like, I intend to go back in a time machine and murder George Floyd. What the fuck are they talking about?
Right.
It's clearly humor.
Right.
Because there's no easier way to, kind of make a point. When someone's on a pedestal, you knock them off.
Right.
And it's like slipping on a banana peel. Everybody laughs.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that people judge. So it's like you're giving all this heat to a comedian, but you don't keep that same energy with gangster rappers.
Do you know what bothers me about this? It's just clicking in my head, and I bet you this happened. Please, or maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me. I really hope that people don't think, because this happens a lot, that, oh, he made an edgy joke because he's not funny. He just went for the cheap shot. Because a lot of times people make that joke just to be offensive when they're not otherwise funny. And you're very, very talented. Have people accused you of that?
Yeah. It was only black people.
Okay.
So
my
special he was at my special. I got a joke about Harriet Tubman.
You're a comedian. Living, you know what it is here, in all seriousness? I think we're spoiled living in Austin. Or maybe I am, because of the circles I travel in. Back in New York, this shit was in the water.
Yeah.
And people like, oh, you moved to the San Francisco of Texas. This is nothing.
We're still red surrounded.
Yeah, but it's nothing cultural like San Francisco.
No.
This is not one of these masks, booster, whatever. Maybe there's pockets of it.
That's because even a Texas liberal is still a California or a New York Republican.
Yes.
They believe in some shit.
If they were in New York, they'd be called a Trump supporter.
Yes. Exactly. They believe in some shit, but these motherfuckers will shoot you.
Yes. Yeah.
They believe in them guns, and they don't believe in that gay shit.
Right.
Look at Austin. Austin has 1 block of gay, a half a block. I don't see gay outside of that block. There's 2 rainbow flags in all of Austin. This ain't no San Francisco.
What's really funny is that you're talking about gays but using the N-word. Like, we don't want to be offensive and use slurs here.
See, if you buy my N-word pass, you can say it.
I did 2 books of DL. I got that pass.
Oh, yeah. Not anymore.
Maybe I got revoked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did it die down? Is it still escalating? Did this affect the release of the special?
No. Bro, the way...
I don't know. Educate me.
No. I'm just thinking. So my special was called Uncancelable since I shot it.
Oh, wow. Just like you shot George Floyd, if you could.
And now it looks like I planned this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for those who know.
Right.
Like my special has, even the song that Danny Brown did in it, it's called Uncancelable. It's done 10 months ago.
Yeah.
I shot this special in September. You know, so it's like, I don't know. Who told? Somebody at the mothership the other day, they said, you're on the right path. They said, if you don't know anything else, you're on the right path. And I said, why? They said, because you named your special Uncancelable months ago, and look what just happened. I was like, yeah, you might be right.
So you apologize for this to some extent, right?
So I guess I could tell you, there were threats that I received that were very viable, that could easily happen. I know the person, I know the people. My family runs in the street, and for me, it was because my family, you know, like I got my Peru in my family. I got a lot of people in Houston that fuck with me. Sauce Walker, them, my boy J Cam, Maserati. So it was a thing of going back and forth. And it's like, this ain't serious enough for that.
Yeah.
Like, if they would have came and like jumped me or something like that, then I'd be like, yeah, do what you got to do. But like, I know how my family and friends are on that side.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't want that on my conscience. So all they asked for was me to apologize to the family. And then I said, will this shit be done? Will you, like, we good after this? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, well, I apologize to the family.
Well, first of all, I think that's if the family was upset. I did a book many years ago, and the editor had been on the radio or some shit, something like that. Or no, he'd been writing for Maxim magazine, and he wrote this kind of piece. It was really like some fat guy got run over by an ice cream truck and died.
Hilarious.
But then the mom called, and she goes, "That was my son." And maybe I get why it's a joke to you, but just think about it. And he's like, he felt horrible, you know? And so,
but I talked to his family.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I can see how you're like, you know what? His family's been through a lot. If it's upsetting them, I'm sure you genuinely are sorry.
They tried to get me to apologize for the joke, and I said, I'm not. So I was like, if I got to, like, so I sent a video, and then they asked me to redo it. And I said, I'm not redoing it, bro. Yeah. Like at this point, I feel like you're bullying me.
Yeah.
And if I feel like you're bullying me, then we going to handle things that way. So either you take this and leave me the fuck alone.
Like you promised.
Right. Or we can do what we got to do. And when my people see you, it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like, I mean, I don't want that, because I don't want to be walking around here and be collateral damage.
Of course.
Because Houston's not that far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I walk freely. I live downtown. I walk freely around here.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want those problems. And I like kind of like having an unguarded life and, you know, being able to walk home at 1 a.m.
It's really easy for people to say you should never apologize. And that is true in the context of if it's the online mob coming for you, they're not going to be happy with that apology, and they will take that apology and hold it over your head to show that you did something wrong. But if it's someone who's part of a negotiation,
right, and
they're like, we got beef, and if you just say you're sorry, everything could be quashed. Again, coming from Russian culture, sometimes you just bend the knee because it's like, first of all, it's not worth it. And also, you are sorry. If you're this upset over some stupid comment I said once, I'll apologize because I don't want you to be this upset.
I'll never apologize for a joke.
But I mean, but you're apologizing for like upsetting people who didn't deserve to be upset. So I think that's
in the
fair.
thing, all I did was I said, because I took it down, because after I posted it, I said, hey, man, I told her, I said, I'm really not feeling this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I said, so if you want it, you can post it, but this shit coming off my page.
Okay.
And that's going to be that. And I'm done with it. Like, don't contact me no more. Don't call me. Don't DM me. Nothing. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be associated with you. I don't need to see you, shake your hand. We can't kick it after this. None of that shit. So by that time, all the media outlets had screenshotted it.
Sure, of course. You know how that works. You knew that
and
would
put
happen.
it out. But I think in the video I said, I apologize to George Floyd's family and his kids for making them feel any type of way.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Mm-hmm.
You were there to go after the heckler. You're not going after his family. I really don't like it. When people on the internet are like, when they're not in your shoes, it's very easy to be like, stand up for yourself. There's times when you have to be like, all right, just take a little bit.
I'm an adult with kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, y'all can kiss my ass.
Well said. So tell me about this special. Like, this has been a long time coming.
You saw it.
What's that?
You saw it.
I did see it. I loved it. I saw the first night. I felt honored to be able to see there.
You weren't at the second night?
No, just the first one.
Oh, so you didn't see it. The first night
You did a lot of crowd work.
Yeah, I scrapped that whole shit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because bro, I learned a lot from Dan Soder. I think I went in there.
I love him.
Yeah, I went in there putting too much on the special, and it was the first one being filmed at the mothership, or the second one being filmed at the mothership, something like that. First one released or something, and I was kind of like way too nervous. Like, I don't know, I just felt a lot of pressure, and I could never get comfortable in my material that night. I never once, like, the crowd work was great.
Yes.
But I never once got comfortable with my material. It was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm in my head. I'm on panic mode because I'm like, the fuck? I done wasted a whole day, 2 shows.
But it wasn't a waste. You're getting getting grease
Yeah,
out.
I got So, you know, I could never get my material. I could never start flowing. I get into my material and then I bail out on it quick. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know.
Where can people go watch it?
It's gonna be on YouTube.
Okay.
On my YouTube.
We'll have a link to it in the description.
On my story. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
By the way,
What time will this release tomorrow?
in the afternoon.
What? Okay, afternoons after. Like, can we release it at 1?
We got to edit it, but I mean, what do you?
No, I don't do podcasts that got to be edited.
I don't understand what you're asking.
I don't never say nothing that got to be edited.
Okay, we're gonna be bleeping out a lot of this.
Why? You told me we could say the R word, so how we gonna bleep shit out?
When did we say we said the R word? What are you talking about?
It rhymes with snake. Well, no,
it doesn't rhyme with snake. It rhymes with grape, you fool. Holy crap! Wow. Point. Okay,
but you knew what I was saying.
I didn't, because
when I
the
said
R word
snake, the other one.
That's not the R word.
Epar.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
Is that how we say it? Epar?
Who's we? Fuck. Point being, it'll get out. Why does it matter what time it gets out?
Because my special gonna come out like 2. So if yours come out at 1, then they can go.
No, it'll come out after. So your special will have been out by then. So you'll get the views.
Oh, you smarter than me. So you're Russian.
Yes.
Yeah. Chernobyl.
What about Chernobyl? Talk to me about Chernobyl.
I don't know shit about Chernobyl.
Exactly. Just know the word.
Yeah. Bro, it's so funny because what's that shit going on over there right now? Hummus and what's the other one?
Hamas. That's in Israel.
And what's the other one? Hummus and
Ukraine.
What? But no, it's Hummus versus somebody.
Hamas versus Israel.
Okay, so it's like, why don't you make them jokes? And I'm like, first of all, I only know where the fuck that shit at.
Right. You think it has nothing to do with Russia.
I know it ain't got shit to do with Russia.
I don't think you do know that because you went from Chernobyl to Hamas.
Because I know over there fighting is in the heat and y'all is in the cold.
You look more and more like Al Roker every day. Look at you with the weather updates.
But is it true or not?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Roker.
They in the heat, in the snow.
I don't think it's always snow though. It's just cold. It's not snowy cold.
I seen a Russian jacket before.
Yeah, what about it? It's not like a snow jacket. It's different.
I've seen them Putin videos when they're out there in the snow.
But it's not like snowy like Aspen.
Oh, okay.
Hey folks, Michael Malice here. You might know me as a Twitter troll, terrible author, insufferable podcaster, but I'm also an underwear model, and the underwear that I model and wear every day is Sheath underwear. If you go to sheathunderwear.com, use promo code Malice, you get 20% off and you can be inside my pants. Why I love Sheath is they have special dual pouch technology for both parts of your male anatomy. It sounds weird. The first time I tried them on, I'm like, what is this? And now I literally wear them every day. The great thing about Sheath, it was developed by an Iraq war veteran. And overseas, it gets really, really hot. And Bobby decided, all right, what can I do to make sure I'm not suffering here in this heat? And thanks to his research, you can be comfortable in the comfort of your own home. It's great for cold weather. It's great for hot weather. It keeps you secure and comfortable. And there's something really exciting about going on a job interview, going on a date, doing a podcast, knowing that your underwear has you in its grip, nice and secure and comfortable. Go to sheathunderwear.com, use promo code Malice. You get 20% off, and you can get one step closer to looking as much like a hunk as myself.
Sometime in the early 80s, REO Speedwagon's airplane made an unannounced, middle-of-the-night landing.
This is my friend Kyle MacLachlan, the star of Twin Peaks. And he's telling me about how he discovered a real-life Twin Peaks in rural North Carolina, not far from where he filmed Blue Velvet.
What was on the plane was copious amounts of drugs coming in from South America. Supposedly, Pablo Escobar went looking for other spots, quiet, out-of-the-way places to bring in his cocaine.
My name is Joshua Davis, and I'm an investigative reporter. Kyle and I talk all the time about the strange things we come across, but nothing was quite as strange as what we found in Varnamtown, North Carolina.
There's crooked cops, brother against brother. Everyone's got a story to tell, but does the truth even exist? Welcome to Varnamtown.
Varnamtown is available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Let's get back to the show.
How do you handle? I ask this to all comedians because this is the one besides not having any talent. This is the one thing that keeps me from doing comedy is the travel. Like I feel like that would drive me crazy. Like how do you handle it? You just get used to it?
Nah, you don't really never get used to that shit, bro. I mean, flying first class helps.
Okay.
I say that helps a lot. I try to get there a day early. Okay. So I'm not jet lagged. Or if I can't get there a day early, I want to get there early in the morning so I can go rest, sit in a sauna, get a massage, something to relax. But yeah, the travel can suck. It can. Like, especially if you got a layover.
Yeah. And like even getting food, I would imagine would be a problem.
I rent houses now.
Oh, like Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I don't really like doing it because I travel with so many people now.
Oh, you got a crew?
Yeah.
Who's in your crew?
My videographer, my little brother who sell my merch. I got 2 openers.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, so that makes it a lot easier. If there's a group of you, you're not by yourself.
Yeah. The camaraderie.
Yes.
Because in a hotel, you be all fucking lonely
Bouncing
and
off
shit.
the walls.
Yeah. I did that before, bro. I was in Winnipeg and I did Monday through Saturday.
Okay. Winnipeg. Okay.
Canada.
I know where Winnipeg is. I'm not you.
I know where it's at.
Yeah, where? What province?
It's right above.
What province?
Like if you're looking at Michigan, it's right there.
What province?
To the east of Toronto.
It's to the west of Toronto.
That's what I meant. The west. Sorry.
What province is it in?
Shit, it's right above Minneapolis.
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know nothing about Canada, bro. Trudeau. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, cold city.
Manitoba.
Yes, because they got Lake Manitoba.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were in Winnipeg.
I don't need to know that type of stuff. I'm a comedian.
Not for long.
When I get to a city, I look up what's interesting in that city, then I talk about it.
What was interesting in Winnipeg?
Shit, I can't remember. The natives.
Oh yeah, the first people.
Yeah. I talked about the natives, and I didn't know who Emmett Till was.
I always thought that a good slur for them would be lose, like short for igloo, and they don't use it. Look at that Lou over there. They're not about that.
The natives are pretty.
Yes.
The women.
Very.
I like Winnipeg way better than Toronto. Toronto seems like a wannabe New York.
So I always had a soft spot in my heart for Toronto.
Why?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, go ahead.
Don't heckle me.
No.
Am I gonna have to shoot George Floyd? Because I always felt it was like it was like a school play version of New York. So there was a sweetness and an innocence to it.
Right.
And I really you could walk around. It's got a big area to walk around in that you could find cool stuff. And then I went back not that long ago, this before COVID though, and now it felt like Minneapolis. Like something had happened to it. It's gotten just lost its identity and its charm.
So
and
it felt like George Floyd City, Minneapolis.
I guess, yeah. So I was disappointed because I really loved Toronto. I felt like it was like your little special needs like brother, where you're like, I want you to stay special and take care of you because you have your own thing and your own identity.
You know, I actually went to Minneapolis and I went to the store that George Floyd died at.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What for?
That's how I came up with the joke. I needed to like find out stuff.
Okay.
But I have a whole George Floyd joke, and I'm so mad the joke didn't go viral because the joke is well written.
What's the joke?
I talk about going to Minneapolis and going into the store that he died in that's right across from a gas station that they burnt the fuck up.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking hipster white people in tents staying out there now selling George Floyd paraphernalia, like crack pipes and stuff. No, I'm just joking. But no, it's just hipster white people staying in tents now in the old burnt up gas station, like selling paintings and shit. It's so crazy, that whole area. So I go in the gas station, or it's a convenience store, it's not a gas station. I go in the convenience store and I asked them, I said, hey man, can I see that fake 20? And they were like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes. Like, don't most gas stations put like fake money on the wall?
Oh my God.
And they're like, are you being dead ass? And I'm like, yeah, I'm being dead ass. Like, I want to see the fake 20. They're like, it's in evidence. So then I talked, the guy who called the police on George Floyd, I go through all this in the joke. He used to live above the store.
Okay.
But they were trying to kill him.
Oh my God. Okay.
The people were trying to kill him. So he had to move like 2 hours outside.
Oh my God. Okay.
So yeah. And then I talk about, what else did I say? Oh yeah, I said the trip to Minneapolis sucked because when I went outside the store, I couldn't find anybody to take a picture with their knee on my neck.
I had a meme. I put Trump over George Floyd and like the FBI over Derek Chauvin. And I wrote, I can't breath. And everyone was just getting upset and it made no sense at all.
I can't breath. You want to see what somebody...
The trick to memes is to use bad spelling so people think you are as stupid as the meme looks. That's something I learned. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Somebody sent me that.
People auto-tune these pictures. There's also Hitler and Stalin doing a duet to Video Killed the Radio Star that I've seen, which is one of the funniest things. So were you, when this was going down, were you nervous to do your next shows?
Nah.
Okay. Why not? Like, why not? Was there any like animosity? Were any beef?
Oh yeah, the BLM, they called the venue I was doing in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. Okay,
it's in a mall. The mall didn't want me there.
Wow.
Because they know what BLM does.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They come to get shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they tear shit up. So the mall didn't want me there. And I'm like, yo, man.
How did they cancel the show?
No, I still did the shows.
Well, how'd they communicate that to you? And what is it? They're like, the
GM told me when I got there.
They said, we don't want him here. And you said,
no. The mall. The club wanted me there.
Okay.
The mall.
So the club told them too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All these allergies.
You can't breathe?
Is that a George Floyd joke?
It's a George Floyd reference. I'm not stupid enough to make George Floyd jokes. I value my family.
Out of my nostrils, bro. That cedar fever shit, man.
Cedar's crazy here in Austin. We're becoming old
this
men.
Shit fucks me up, man.
All of us.
Ugh.
You came from LA before this, right? Do you miss LA at all?
Hell yeah.
Okay, what about it?
The weather.
Okay.
I didn't have any allergy problems in LA.
Okay.
All we got is fucking palm trees.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? The weather. I don't miss the rent because, yeah, you get something nice in Austin for like 1/4 of the price that you're paying in LA.
Yes, it's crazy.
But my kid is there. I miss that. The weather mostly, and all my friends that, I made over the 13 years.
Can you compare the comedy scene in LA to the comedy scene here in Austin for people?
No, there's no comparison. This is a brand new scene. Well, what's happening now is brand new. I mean, you can't really compare Austin to LA or New York. Those are scenes that have been around for forever. I think this is the first scene not backed by an industry. Like there's no
There's
no Netflix here. There's no HBO. So
it's just
there's
Joe, if
there's
anything.
I think people who are here are really trying to do stand up, whereas some people in LA are trying to do stand up to become famous to be an actor.
Yeah. It's a means to an end.
Yeah. So here it's like these are stand up comedians.
Do you know what else I like about it? And obviously I'm not a comedian or never been funny. Is that like you and I when we met here in Austin, there is a sense of camaraderie in that we're all trying to make something happen, and people are friendly. But in New York, and I bet you even more in LA, people are looking over your shoulder like, oh, who's that over there? Who am I talking to?
Yeah, I was saying that earlier.
Transactional.
LA got the most. I mean, Austin got the most friendly comedians, bro. Everybody's like on the same playing field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's better than anybody because if you're here, we're all doing comedy. There's nobody here that can brag about being a series regular, you know what I'm saying, on a TV show. There's none of that audition talk here. Like in LA, that audition talk, man, I used to hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta go. I got 2 auditions tomorrow. HBO, Netflix. There's none of that little talk about auditions and table reads and meeting with directors and talking about networks. So I love that. I hated that part.
Yeah, because you're a comedian. You want to make people laugh.
Well, I was an actor first.
Oh, were you on anything that I saw?
I was in the Super Bowl commercial last year. I was on MTV.
Did you play the Super Bowl?
Nah, you got a Super Bowl haircut.
It's pretty super.
That shit crazy. Boy, your ass just get a haircut, no lineup. That's that Russian military cut. Hey!
Is that Russian?
I don't know. I feel like y'all do something like
That's like Chinese.
That's a Chinese cut too. Kim Jong-un head ass.
That's Korean.
Damn. Fucking up. I'm real racist. I grew up in the South, man. They all the same thing, bro.
They all the same.
Them.
They all the same. Where can people come see you coming up next?
Bakersfield this weekend. And then next week I'm at the Stress Factory in New Jersey. And then after that,
DavidLucasFunny.com.
Hold on, it might not be funny. It's actually DavidLucasComedy.com.
Oh.
Bakersfield, March 8th through the 9th. New Brunswick, New Jersey, March 14th through the 16th. Charlotte on March 20th. Greensboro, North Carolina, March 21st. Greenville, South Carolina, March 22nd to the 23rd. Richmond, Virginia, March 29th through the 30th. San Antonio, Texas, April 5th through the 7th. Pleasanton, California, Tommy T's Comedy Club, April 19th through the 20th. Timonium, Maryland, May 16th through the 18th.
What's your favorite city to perform in, and which one have you had the worst experiences?
I ain't never had no worse experience.
You have to, or which city is just you not vibe with? Maybe the comedy's fine, but maybe you're just not having feeling the city.
Oh, Hartford, Connecticut. It was cold as shit.
Yeah.
I ain't going back in the winter.
Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I was cold. I mean, anytime in LA, New York, anywhere around New York, Florida.
Okay, those are your big ones.
I like them country ass places like Oklahoma's and shit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, somewhere I can go fish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get.
I don't know what you're saying.
I know, because you don't like outside shit.
No.
You want to kill.
I want to what?
Be radioactive.
What the? You're the one killing the fish. You're fishing. You're killing.
I throw them back though.
Okay, but I mean, I'm not killing anything in my house.
You don't eat sushi?
Of course, I eat sushi. I don't make sushi. You don't eat sushi with your fish you catch.
I catch freshwater.
Right.
But if I catch a tuna, that bitch is getting sushi'd.
You're not catching a tuna the size of a couch.
So what that mean? I can't catch one?
You're not going to land a tuna.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You've landed tuna?
I've caught small tuna, yeah.
How small?
Probably like 80.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I take back my attitude. Okay.
But I want one of them big ones like this.
But I mean, don't you have to have like some special like lines and hooks and stuff?
Yeah.
They're like 1,000 pounds. Something crazy.
They can be, yeah. You get the automatic reels.
Yeah.
I've been fishing in 500-600 feet of water before catching.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, giant snappers, Goliath groupers.
You know what they used to call Goliath groupers?
What?
You don't know this?
No, what is it?
Goliath groupers. This is an example of political correctness gone incorrect. You can look this up on Wikipedia. Goliath groupers, first of all, they're all trans.
Oh God.
They all start off as male, then they all become female at a certain age, and the big ones are all males. Okay.
Don't that happen to like starfish or some shit?
Starfish don't have gender.
Yeah.
And starfish aren't fish. They used to be called Jewfish.
Really? Why were they called Jewfish?
And the thing is, people thought it was offensive. It was actually a compliment because their meat is so clean and pure. It meets higher Jewish standards like kosher food. But
Jewfish.
Everyone got ass mad, and now they call it Goliath grouper.
Thought you were gonna say they owned all the wealth under the sea.
That's goldfish.
Yeah.
And those are freshwater.
Steinberg fish.
They probably have fish named Steinberg because they have Latin names.
Yeah.
Folks, head over to malice.locals.com.
We done already?
Calm down.
Oh.
Folks, head over to malice.locals.com where Dave will be taking questions exclusively from supporters.
What's it called?
Malice.locals.com.
Malice, MALICE
Yes.
dot LOCALS.
I knew you could spell. See? Someone owes me $50.
Malice.locals.
.com.
That sounds like a dating site.
It's not a date.
That got haircuts like you.
Are you ready?
If you want the upper fade faux hawk,
It's a mane.
you do like a little feline. Felix Domesticus looking ass.
Oh, he speaks Latin. Look at this sophistication. Are there any, I got a good question for you. What's a joke or two that you've never quite been able to make work? Because I'm sure there's a bunch that you kind of can't get and you can't nail.
This joke is hit or miss, but it don't hit everywhere. It's more misses than hits. And it's about dating a girl. Like all I need, like I want my wife to be like 2 levels below Asperger's. All I need is a heartbeat and eyesight. Like she could be a deaf mute. And then I'd be like, I'll teach her how to stomp to communicate. Because the only 2 things she needs to know how to do is use the bathroom and eat. So it does well sometimes, and then sometimes I get that fucking.
You know, I did stand up for like 6 months, like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I stopped, or one of the reasons, besides not having talent, is it's just like what you just said. One night, a joke would kill, and the next night I walked the room.
Yeah.
And to me, that was such a mind fuck that I have so little control over the output as opposed to the input. Like I couldn't handle it. How do you handle that?
I like it.
Oh, because every time it's fresh?
If I do bad, then I can always pinpoint. I ain't never did bad a whole show. But like if I have a period of bad, like 5-10 minutes. But I also got stuff that can get me out. That just comes with like doing comedy for a long time.
Okay.
Like you got those jokes stored where it's
Yeah,
like, oh shit, I need this right now.
Yeah.
Get them back on your side.
Like parachutes.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man. Like, I like when a joke don't work all the way all the time because like comedians like me that perform all the time, you know, even when I'm not on the road, I'm getting up, 8 to 10 times a week.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's killing all the time, you kind of get bored with it. So for me, I get bored quickly, like when a joke is killing. So I kind of just tuck it away and then work on something new.
I told you before that one of my friends didn't know I knew you, and they're like, I saw this comedian. They would tell me some of your jokes, and I'm like, so to me that was such a compliment that like I know this guy that my friends see him and they're actually like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. That must be fun for you when your jokes get back to you.
Yeah, I say crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I say crazy shit.
David,
I've said jokes so harsh that Rogan's like, you can't tell that joke.
Who said Rogan?
Yeah, he's like, that's a bad joke. He's like, you're gonna lose. He's like, you're gonna lose the women.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Do you want to tell us what that is?
I don't even remember the joke. It was actually here. We were working here. Oh, it was a joke about how does that joke go? I haven't did it since then. He was like, it was a joke about abortion. And I talk about a girl, like I was eating this girl. She had a couple abortions and eating her. It sounded like a haunted hallway in there. I could hear babies in the back crying.
New special is called Uncancelable. You can watch it at davidlucascomedy.com and on YouTube. David, we're running out of time. What has been your favorite part of this interview?
Thinking about you being a flounder. That made my day. I mean, a halibut. That made my day.
You are welcome.
Pluto TV is TV the way it should be, free. With over 300 channels, thousands of movies and TV shows costing zeros of dollars. So if you want to watch shows like Ghost, The Walking Dead, CSI, Star Trek, or The Price is Right, well, The Price is Right. It's free. Hit movies like Braveheart, Sonic the Hedgehog, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, or Mean Girls won't cost you a thing because everything is free. All you have to do is download the app, which, by the way, is also free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.